Right here in our community, there's 13, 14, 15-year-olds running around with guns.
Now at 11, violent teens targeting your family and the new task force that's determined to keep you safe. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jamison Euler.
And I'm Wendy Ryan. Thanks for joining us. The sheriff saying his new task force is getting these violent teenagers off the streets. ABC Action News reporter Michael Paluska live tonight in Pinellas County. Michael?
Sheriff, Wendy, the sheriff gave us one example here in the streets of Pinellas County. He says that auto thefts are committed mostly by teens here, the majority of them. He says they're down from this June compared to June of last year, but he says there is still a lot of work in the county that needs to be done.
We've had some that are on there that have been arrested in the last 12 months. 15, 18, and 20 times.
Pinellas County Sheriff Bob Gualtieri is frustrated, and for good reason. He says deputies risk their lives daily to arrest juvenile felony offenders who just end up right back on the streets.
We've had kids that we've arrested through the home program that we've arrested multiple times, 3 times in one night. The kids have no fear of consequence because there is no consequence. Home detention to me is a joke because all you're doing is sending them right back to the environment that they came from that caused the problems.
In May, Pinellas County and 9 other agencies formed a special juvenile task force to track these high-risk kids. Since then, officers have arrested 89.
We stopped a car that was a stolen car, and in that car there were 5 kids, and a 13-year-old, 3 14-year-olds, a 15-year-old. Between them, in the last year, they've been arrested 63 times.
Last week, St. Pete PD arrested this 16-year-old for carjacking a woman. He was already being tracked by the task force, but Gualtieri says the agencies can't arrest their way out of the problem. The task force will hold juveniles accountable, but the sheriff says that youth need role models and better options.
This enforcement effort is going to suppress the problem, but it's not going to solve it. And that's why we got to look at some effective ways of dealing with the kids, and through programming, through resources to try and break the cycle.
And you might be wondering at home, why not just throw some of these teens in jail and keep them in jail? But when they violate probation, it goes automatically to a judge. It's up to the judge to decide whether or not he will put them in jail. And he can only do that for 21 days. That's the max they can be placed in jail while they are waiting for a trial. And the sheriff says in most cases, the judge just puts them on probation for whatever reason. We're live here in Clearwater in Pinellas County tonight. Michael Paluska, ABC Action News.